Hey geeks, Tim here. Today's episode of Star Trek is episode 28, City on the Edge of Forever. This is typically considered the best episode of Star Trek. It's not in my opinion, but it's most rankings, if you look it up, most companies and whatnot consider this to be the best episode. And it is really well done. It is a good episode. I remember being really young the first time I saw this episode. And then the moment when Edith is hit by the car and the look on Kirk's face, knowing that she has to die, haunted me. Like even now, like I was watching it, and I was getting goosebumps and stuff. But it's a good episode, and it kind of deals with like, what do you do, like, to save mankind? Do you let her die or do you save her? And Kirk goes with the decision to let her die to save mankind. I didn't recognize her at first, that Edith was Joan Collins from like Dynasty. So that was kind of cool. The episode, the Gradian of Forever, the giant circle rock, they bring it back a couple of times. Well, actually, no, they bring it back once in Yesteryear, the very first episode of the animated series that we'll get to later. But then, if you remember, for Charlie X, I was talking about how, like, characters from every series, Voyager, Next Generation, everything, and the original series come back for the fan movie of Gods and Men. This episode played a big part in it as well. The whole premise of God and Men is about Charlie X using the Gradian of Forever to change time and create like an alternate dimension. So it was interesting to see it come back in that sense. Yeah, otherwise, the overall pacing is really good. It's a little slow because it's kind of a love story in sorts. And there's a lot of waiting. Like, we have to wait to get the materials. We have to wait for Bones to show up. We have to wait for this. But overall, the last part is definitely worth the payoff for that hard decision. I had to look it up, but after Edith dies and Kirk, Spock, and Bones come back to their present, whatever, and Uhura's trying to talk to him, and Kirk's just done with life, and he's just like, let's get the hell out of here. I had to look it up, and that's basically the first and only time that they swear in the original series. They say damn a couple of times, but like a damnable offense type thing. Whereas this, he's not speaking of hell. He's actually saying like, let's get the hell out of here. And so I guess the NBC tried to fight them on that, and Gene Roddenberry was like, no, like he just watched the woman he loves die on purpose. Like that's how he is. So it's kind of interesting to watch, like, we went from, they had to fight to get the word hell in the show, to now we have, like, Discovery that's saying the word fuck. So it's kind of an interesting development. Overall, like I said, it's typically voted the best episode of the series. I like it. I don't think it's that great, but I like it. What do you guys think? Have you seen it? I feel like most people have seen it. The next episode is Operation Annihilate, which is actually the season 1 finale. We've been doing this for a whole season. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow with that episode.